Hi, and welcome to another Type with Me. This week I want to talk about TextHill. It's a text search library. It's cross-platform because you can perform it within the browser, Node, and also other environments, right? So for that, I want to show you this one, TextHill. So I created a package called TextHill. It's a multi-package application with Lerna, right? And so if we scroll down here a little bit, you will see that you get some more info. So basically, TextHill here is an instance, right, that you can use, and you can provide a store because your index is needs to be stored there. And then you can feed your documents. Your documents can be here it needs to be a string, right? But here it can be a string, but it can also be an object. So you can also index objects there. Well, and of course you can remove your document there when you don't want to have an index of that anymore. So we have some packages here, right? We have a core, we have a local storage, and we have textile. Textile is an implementation of the store on top of textile threadsDB to get an index of your collections within IPFS. So when we go to packages, you will see that we have 3 packages for the moment. I hope to get a package there for node.js and also for deno. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hope to get some time for that in the near future. Now I'm using that TextHill within Web 3.0 application, and that's working fine. But for this demo, I want to show you a little React app and add this functionality to that React app, right? So, well, every package here is an ES module package, right? It will be separately published towards NPM. And if you're gonna take a look into the structure, it's a TypeScript project, right? So you will see that we have some kind of this structure. You have an index.ts, and in there we will export all our classes that we want to export to you guys. So so that's it. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the application that I created. So let's see. I'm gonna add Plants vs Zombies. It's horror, and so what does it do? Well, you need to defeat plants with zombies, right? Submit. So I added this one. Another one could be Bomber. It's strategy. And then here, I know if I submit, I should clear my form. That's true, but yeah, well, I have not enough time to do so. So a description for our Bomber. It's you need to all lay down bombs to disable everything, right? Submit, right? And then, for example, I don't know, Minecraft, and assume that's also a strategy game. Well, it's more of a building game, right? Build your own world with mining blocks. Right, submit. So now we have these 3 things. If we now go to retrieve and we want to search something, you can do something like bomber, right? And then when you do submit, you get this back. But if I say, well, I want to have something like bombs, then you will see that it will not work, because now we don't get anything back, right? And you want to get it back. So we want to index the whole object and not only just indexing it like this and just retrieve it like this, right? So for that, I'm going to install TextHill to my React application. I'm going to show you how I can enable this kind of functionality, how I can enable this kind of search. We will index these 3 games again, and then we will do some search. Right, great. Now let's add these packages towards our application, right? So we are going to do that. Of course, he needs to install them now. So you need to add texthill/core and texthill/localstorage, because we are going to store our indexes into local storage, right? Right, great. So now he's going to fetch our packages. We are not going to wait until that. I'm going to skip this, and then we're going to dive into how you could very easily add some kind of code into it to use TextHill to your application. Alright, hooray, it's been installed. So that's very great. So let's see where we have our game form, right? Here where we have our game form, we need to add our data, of course, to local storage like we do here, but we also need to index it, right? So let's do that. So for create here, one thing, right? I'm gonna create TextHill, and we're gonna add local storage store, right? So we're gonna import that, of course. From core. Maybe here. Do something like this. Import. And then of course also here and do the following thing from local storage, right? So that's awesome. Now we have that. Of course, here, what I want to do here is say feed duck we want to feed the dog with data.title and with data. So if you want to send something back to the user, well, you need to know that this is a promise. So for that, for me, it's important to do it in something like this. Then do data.title there, right? So that's already a great one. So I'm also going to use that to do a search, right? Of course, here I need to do the same thing. I need to put it here. Oh no, not here. Sorry, I need to put it here, right? Yeah, it's true. That's much better. Alright, so what I want to do now is just have an instantiation of TextHill, right, with local storage store there. So that's what I want to have there, and then I want to create a method search to perform my search and to have our results there. So I do that all as follow. Right, we have like this one here, and then of course here I need to remove this here, and I need to search data.search. And to explain you a little bit of how this method works, well, we get scores back from TextHill, right? And on these scores, we're going to map it towards the real document. So we can get it back from local storage, and we're going to provide it into a list and display it for the end user, right? By mapping our scores towards just a list of objects there. If he doesn't find that into local storage, well, he will return an empty one. Later on, you can refactor it, just do an URL, right? That's another option, and then just filter out these URLs. So let's see how this looks like within the browser, right? Thank you for staying so far with me. It's really great to have you here. Alright, so here we are again, and our application has been refreshed with our latest code, right? So we're going to add our games again. Here we are. So you need to defend the zombies. We do that, and then of course here you see that we have our docs, which is Plants versus Zombies, because that's our title, right? And then of course we have here our term frequency, and we have our index, right? So that's awesome. Let's also here do something like Bomber. Bomber is a strategy game. G game. With Bomber, you need to place the bomb at the right position to defeat the enemy. Yep, here we are. And then of course we can do something like Age of Empires, right? Age of Empires. It's also a strategy game, and then of course you need to build your empire to defeat another empire, right? So that's another one. Then of course I want to do something like Minecraft. It's also a strategy game. And of course here I'm going to do something like blocks or something like that. So right, I'm going to add that as well. Great. So now I'm going to put here retrieve. And then of course when I do something like bomb, I get bomber back because here I had bomb, right? So that's awesome, right? If I do something like strategy, you see that I get Bomber, Age of Empires, and Minecraft back. So it's really awesome, right? Because if I do something like defeat, you will see that I get here defeat, and also here defeat, because yeah, we also need to defeat our zombies with our plants, right? So that's something there. And of course, if I want to do something like that bomb, I get only that back. Or for example, defeat the enemy, I get the same thing back, but maybe I'll put something like this strategy, right? Get that back. If I do this one, get this one back. So full text search really works like this, right? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will start using it into your own applications. I think it's a really great thing to do so. Make your application searchable. It's very easy to use, and of course your index and your TF will grow the more documents you put into that. But yeah, when you have certain documents and you have certain limits and you have that under control, it will be an awesome bomb, right? So follow me with my endeavor on TextHill. If you like this package, please give it a star there. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.